okay, I don't know if you're aware, but your good friend Jen Aniston, she also stars in executive
Yes, she
producing
does.
series for Apple TV Plus. So
I
did you
know.
reach out to her? Did she lend any advice on, what it's like starring and EPing a series for
She's doing a totally different show. She's in Los Angeles, obviously, shooting her show and bopping around there. So, it was sort of apples and oranges as far as our productions go. But yeah, we would check in and, I think we're both having fabulous experiences, working with Apple Plus, they're really, it's that perfect balance of support and also not controlling the creatives, letting the creatives, and we have an enormous deep bench of creative people on our show. They let them do their job and give intelligent notes. And it's been a really great set to be on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'd love to see Justin Theroux pop on over there to the morning show.
I'll listen if there's something, if they want to send me some pages.
Hey, always open to it. Good stuff.
This is going to be an adventure.
I'm scared.
Absolutely. If it didn't feel that way, it wouldn't be an adventure.
Well, congratulations on this series. Job well done, my friend.
Thank you.
The series, it is adapted from a best-selling book that was written by none other than Paul Theroux, who happens to be your uncle, Justin. So
that is correct.
No pressure there, buddy. No pressure at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
But were you at all nervous about, taking on family material and really doing it justice?
You know what? You'd think so, but not, because I get along with my Uncle Paul, and there's, whenever you do a book or any adaptation or something, there's always sort of this invisible wall between you and the creator, and you don't really want to mess with it. You want to obviously be able to mine them for their ideas and everything, but you don't want to, but I had this pre-existing built-in relationship that I could just pick up the phone, call him, ask him questions, have a coffee with him, pick his brain. So it was kind of great. It's like having, living next door to a library. Anytime you want to go do some research, you can.
That's awesome. So you got Uncle Paul's seal of approval there?
Yeah, I did. I hope.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's good stuff, man. But the book was also made into a movie back in the 80s with Harrison Ford, Helen Mirren. So how did you make this character your own? Put your stamp on it. And was there any pressure in stepping into the shoes that Harrison Ford once felt,
Well, I had, of course, seen the movie with Harrison, I think many times. And, I did my best. I never wanted to, and he was fabulous in that movie. So I did my best to sort of forget his performance and just focus on the material that I was given, which is different than his script, obviously. And then once I saw it, I was like, God, there are similarities, obviously, just because I think when you're given the same character, you're going to come to some of the same conclusions as an actor.
Well, you knocked it out of the park, man.
Oh, thanks.
You certainly did. Now, okay, if you suddenly needed to pick up, go on the run, what are the few essentials that you would take with you? What can Justin Theroux not leave home without? And I think you know what one of them may be.
You know what one of them is. First thing would be my dog, and then I guess dog food.
Yeah, exactly. That's a necessity. Is Kuma over there with you right now?
She frustratingly on a walk, but she's been here all day. I know.
Justin, I wanted her to meet my guy.
Oh my God, who is that?
Spike, say hi to Justin.
Spike, what are you doing over there?
He's got fatigue, man. He's got WebEx.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he's got such fatigue right now. I was like,
dogs are gonna get like chafed under their armpits because all we do is just hold them into the computer and they just go like this and look into me.
I know. And
they're like, why are you making me look at this weird window?
I know, and he's probably like entirely bruised because I squeeze him so much. I'm just so around him. But okay, so obviously Kuma, some dog food as well. Now tell me this: who would last longer if you were on the run out in the wild, you or your girl Kuma?
I mean, Kuma, I don't know. I mean, we're so codependent that if she died, I would surely pass away immediately, and I think vice versa. She'd be fine. I'll tell you something. She was homeless and already lived on the streets for most of her life, for the first 2 years of her life. So she does really, she obviously prefers being at home with me, but But she, I think she'd be fine.
So filming began, March 2020 on this production. Then you guys had to stop because of the pandemic, resume things in October. So what was it like filming during the pandemic and then also traveling throughout Mexico?
It's going to sound strange, but I actually loved filming during the pandemic.
Hi.
Because I'd been in lockdown in New York for 6 months, for one. And it was just nice to get out of the house and make human contact. But also, our production did such a fabulous job with our doctors and immunologists, and of testing us all rigorously every single day and creating a safe environment for us to work in. So it was kind of like a breath of fresh air to be able to work, and to not feel that constant pressure of, oh my God, we're I'm gonna get sick if I'm around these people, and blah blah blah. So there was a safety in it, and it felt fabulous. I was actually more bummed that it was going to end when we stopped shooting. A, because I was enjoying myself, and B, because I was going into a less safe environment by just going home.
Now, I don't know if you're aware or not, but the film Mulholland Drive, the 20th anniversary is this year. And of course, I know, isn't that crazy? Now the series it serves as like a reunion of sorts because you star in Mulholland Drive, so does Melissa George. Melissa George is in this series with you. So how cool was it to reunite with one of your co-stars?
That was great. I mean, we were obviously in Mulholland Drive, but we only had a couple scenes in that together. And then periodically over the years, I'd see her, just around New York or at a party or something like that. And she was always so lovely to bump into and so sweet. And so it was just great and when we were casting about looking for our Margot, I sort of had oh my God, what about Melissa George? She's a fabulous actress. And we found her. She was living in Paris of all things. So she did a lot more flying than us to get to set, but we're so grateful to have her come on board.
Yeah, well, the chemistry is dynamic between the two of you. Last question, because they're asking me to wrap. You guest starred Sex and the City, 2 different characters.
Correct.
The series is coming back. I don't know if you're aware of that, but it's coming back. Would you be down for a 3rd guest role? If so, who would you play, Justin?
Of course. I don't know who I would play. I mean, I don't know what world they're. I mean, I'm in Sex and the City, so I'm sure Sarah Jessica's probably going to be in it. I don't know. I would like to be another love interest of Sarah Jessica. I feel like they went through every actor in New York City at the time because it was such a huge show, and I think that's why I got to play 2 characters because they just had burned through everybody, and they basically, the Wheel of Fortune came around to me again. I'd love to reprise one of my roles and see if, or maybe just to come back in a totally different one.